the minority leader is here on the front page. He's as well on the front page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. I'll get you into all of the details. But let me say good morning to Wisdom and as well. And lady and gentlemen, good morning to you. Trust that you're both well. The night was long enough. These days we have very short nights and much longer days. By 5:30, the entire atmosphere is very clear.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
If you're not lucky, you oversleep.
How do you set your alarm is a question. Are you the one who does 4 is 4 or you start from...
The question you should ask Wisdom is, does he sleep? Does he sleep?
I mean, a question in the right direction, if you ask me. You see,
he doesn't even sound like someone who has slept.
In school, we used to say something like "Oda worry."
It's Oda
worry.
Or you are back on team no sleep and sleep is for the weak. Master, sleep is important too.
I sleep. Sleep at the right time. I sleep. Yeah.
And where is the right time?
We talk about that one later.
How do you set your alarm? Do you do 4 o'clock, 4, 5,
I need
4,
the alarm
6,
to prepare
4,
me
7.
to wake up for the actual time. So it's 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4. And for some very odd reason, I've not even been hearing the intermittent ones. I just hear, my body automatically wakes up for the one I want to wake up for.
So if it's 4 o'clock you want to wake up, you start from
3. Actually 1.
Oh, that's terrible.
No, I'm psyching my mind that I'm about to wake up.
If I am to wake up, say 5, I begin at 4:30.
Yeah, very.
So 4:30. Sometimes I don't hear 4:30, 4:40.
So you guys, you set alarm, eh?
What? I mean, you just wake up because you just tell your body, wake me up at 4.
You know, we have a body alarm. It's when it reaches maybe 3 a.m. my body just wakes up because.
You've tuned your mind to that.
Are you not seated on radio and you are lying to us? Because
you know what I'm saying.
I hear people say that, and I'm always fascinated. My body automatically wakes me up.
I remember my sister used to tell me that it is God telling you that wake up and pray.
Okay, that's fair.
But those ones not different.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's not constant. It's usually a one-off thing where you randomly just wake up and you cannot sleep again.
But this 3 a.m. like the body just responds.
How the question I will ask then is, how early do you sleep? Which has your body waking up at 3 o'clock every day? Even on the weekends, you wake up at 3 o'clock. That's fascinating. I don't envy you because I'll be very angry if my body.
It's a holiday. You're not coming to work.
And my body decides to wake me up at 3 a.m. I will not be a happy person. I want to wake up when I want to wake up. That's why alarms are also very important. Anyways, let's get into the details of the newspapers. I'll start off first with the Daily Graphic. It leads with prosecute xenophobic attacks culprits. Minority leader urges West African states to demand action from South Africa. It's a news desk report. We'll fight falsehood with better information, not censorship. Okay, maybe I'll read the details because the nature with which we are seeing completely fabricated stories make the rounds on social media. I mean, we had people celebrating Ghana Today versus Ghana Today. And it was a competition of who spreads the most fake news. Right? So I maybe the details of the story will help me appreciate what the Minister for Government Communications is talking about. Mahama Cares invests 36.2 million cedis in specialist healthcare training. Hey, is it not supposed to be for healthcare delivery? We are preparing the people to take care of them.
Yes.
Miracle Outreach announces 5-day national prayer rally scheduled for May 11 to May 15. On the back page, results generated by Kolebu Central Lab valid, reliable, and Ghana-US deepen military medical cooperation. The Ghanaian Times is next. They have that Apenyo Markin story as well as the Big Banner story. Move beyond condemnation to action. Minority leader demands accountability from SA government over attacks on African migrants in South Africa. Amnesty International raises concern over anti-LGBTQI bill. Stanbic Bank donates 3 million cedis to support Black Stars. Stanbic. There is athletics. We are having a competition. The Africa Athletics Championship is coming off on the 12th to the 17th of May.
It's a better place for them to channel their
yes. Those guys, if with $3 million, 3 million cedis, or active support coming through every now and then, they can win us some gold medals and
they've been excelling.
Yeah.
There's
so
very little,
this one is a special appeal. Absa, we cannot tell you what to do with your money,
but we beg.
You look the way of the athletes for us, so that they will also get some support. And Mahama Care commits 36 million to train specialist healthcare professionals. On the back page, Ghana Armed Forces clears 17.75 kilometers for Accra Kumasi Expressway project, and the CDS has been visiting them, and Stanbic Bank donating that 3 million to the Black Stars is also on the back page.
About that, remember last time we were having a conversation around expressway and people suggesting the railway and all that, and doing a cost benefit analysis as to which one is more economically viable. So basically, people are actually happy that the military is actually championing the clearing. Actually, if you look at this 48 engineers regiment, okay, the discipline, the way they handle their things, I think it's something all contractors should emulate in this country. When they give you a timeline, they go according to that timeline. If they say they are doing this at a certain period, the discipline alone, I think, is something that we should applaud. Beyond that, the conversation around is the expressway importance as at now is also a different thing altogether. But in the daily guide, the front page, we have court set aside $33.3 million award against Josmo Construction. Wontumi opens defense May 14th. And BOG admits the 34.9 billion loss after minority expose. You know, this has been a matter of contention.
The story, that's the daily guide.
That's the daily guide.
The Bank of Ghana has admitted
that it made $34.9 billion with the image of Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah.
Maybe we'll get details, because I haven't read anywhere the BOG.
So let me read.
Ones I've seen, it says that after
expose.
Yeah.
So let me just read something small here. It said the Bank of Ghana has acknowledged that its comprehensive loss for the 2025 financial year stood at 34.9 billion Ghana cedis, validating the minority caucus figure after weeks of heated public debate over the true state of the central bank's finances. The admission comes after sustained pressure from the minority in parliament, led by former information minister and MP of Ofuase Ayerebi, Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah, who exposed the majority caucus of deliberately downplaying the scale of the bank's losses by focusing only on the 15.63 billion operating losses, while ignoring an additional 19.92 billion recorded under other comprehensive income, the OCI. So the claim by Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah, at first, what he was saying is that after subtracting the operating income and operating cost, you get the loss, right? After getting the loss, they intentionally sold about 18.5 tons of our good in order to generate revenue to cut down the losses. That was the claim that was made by Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah first. So there are more details in there.
I don't know about an expose, I'll be very honest, because maybe it's a case of drawing attention to what already exists, because if there's anything, these numbers exist or are in the in the audited report.
Exactly.
It's just a matter of whether or not that is a headline loss, because it adds up to the negative equity, which took it up to around 96 billion in terms of negative equity as well.
The negative equity issue, right? When I was looking at what causes or what was the main component of this negative equity, I thought I felt we are not being expansive as to how we interpret and communicate that. Do you know that even the cash in circulation, right? The amount of money that we have as Ghanaians, the cash in circulation, is a liability to the Bank of Ghana, okay, which forms part, like the equity is calculated when you subtract the assets from the liabilities. When the liabilities are more, we have negative equity, but we have more assets, we have a positive equity. So I looked through, and we have about 83 billion Ghana cedis worth of cash in circulation, and that's liability on the Bank of Ghana. All banks, the deposits at the banks, at the BOG. So every commercial bank has a deposit, right? At the BOG, they are all liabilities on the BOG's books. So exchange losses, assets held in US dollars, even by converting it into Ghana cedis, there are exchange rate losses and all that.
That contributed to around 23 billion.
23 billion.
Losses.
Good.
So just the cedi performance
just the cedi's performance alone. So I think we should explore it.
The conversation should be more nuanced.
We shouldn't narrow it down. It's negative equity. We should look at what is causing that negative equity, and I think that one is also very important.
A bit more in terms of the front pages. We'll come back to the details a lot later.
Jamal Cage, Kamal set free. Ghana in US romance scam case. So we have Generator also kills 3 men at Mahian. And yes, and Wuntumi also opens defense. That's on the front page of the Daily Guide. And we have the Finder. We have Ghana becomes Africa's 8th largest economy. That's on page 9. And this one, I wanted to expand a bit. So in grading how big an economy is, the metric that they normally use is the real GDP. They look at the amount of goods produced in a country within a specific fiscal year. Then they use to grade whether, okay, so how big it is. But it doesn't mean that your country is doing well, right? The most important thing is the national income. In calculating the national income, we subtract the income from income of the foreigners in your country, and we add the Ghanaians living abroad. So the most important thing is whether this money or this expansion is staying within our country or is being repatriated or sent elsewhere. That's one important thing that we have to look at. Because a country like US.
I'll ask a question.
Yeah.
And the analysis you make is fair. It doesn't necessarily mean that persons are thriving.
Yes.
Or locals are thriving when your economy is ranked as the 8th largest or any of that. But is that preparatory ground for government to take certain action so that can lead to the betterment of the livelihoods of citizens? Because when your economy is one of the largest, it presupposes it's ripe for investment.
Exactly.
And that can come in and then bring in a few in terms of job creation and all of that. And so there will be a positive slant, just that the way it's mentioned grandly that 8th largest economy in Africa and all, it doesn't directly mean that people are feeling some greatness.
But there's always a two-way, right? Even if foreigners are investing in your country, you have a clause that if you have a company, some employees in your company should be Ghanaians, right? So they create employment, they pay taxes to the government, a lot of benefits comes from that. But what I'm saying is that if you compare Ghana's economy to a country like US, right? US is in debt. It's a country it has about $32 trillion in debt.
Right.
But it's one of the world's biggest economy. Why? Because they have FDIs, the foreign direct investment. We have people coming from elsewhere investing into the economy. We have
whole nations are investing in the US. Actually.
Exactly. So it's about FDIs empowering Ghanaian-owned companies. You know, there were a lot of politicization about the ownership of the Daman mine being given to Ibrahim Mahama and all that. But this is something that is coming to us as a country, right? It is always good when it is home, right? So that's one thing we also have to take note of.
Yeah. You're done with the front pages?
We have the British High Commission calls crackdown on disinformation, and bond market turnover rises by 319%. We have Ghana enters phase of economic stabilization. Stabilization. That's what an analyst is saying.
It's an opinion piece.
Yes, it's an opinion. And Greater Accra Regional Hospital partners Z Multimedia in a Modest Day celebration on 10th May 2026. And BOG urges shift in digital finance. Yeah, that's what on the front page
of the new finder. Yes. And what do you have as well?
So I have the Ranch Africa, or Punch Africa rather. We have the Cape Coast Member of Parliament, Rickard Tegan, urging constituents to embrace the 24-hour economy market concept. Do you know about the 24-hour market concept?
Because of the news have been,
But you understand it?
If what I know based on reports is anything to go, because I think the president even cut short for one at Asesawa, and I think we were reminiscing about a market day in Asesawa, which we were reading about. So it's supposed to be a market that will run.
Trending this weekend too.
which is supposed to run for 24 hours, and ensure commerce is happening all throughout across different parts of the country.
And you went to UG.
Yes, I went to
you know the night market, right?
Oh.
but Marina, in developing a market, I feel there are a lot of structural things you have to look at before you even set up a market in the first place. Look at the people around, the peripherals around the market support system. In other words, the market's oxygen. You can't set up. I don't know
just for the setting up of a market.
That's one thing Ghanaians you have to take note of, right? We set up things without exploratory analysis. You don't do any analysis to know that if you set up this market here, it's going to sustain itself. Yes, it will benefit. We don't do that. And I think jobs. I think we should go beyond just the headlines. We set up this, we set up that, and actually take up.
But let me be the devil's advocate this morning. They're not translating the already existing markets into 24-hour economy markets. They're creating new markets.
Who will you give the credit to? They want to bring something new and you credit them. If you see, there's this lack of continuity in our politics.
Yeah.
If you start something, I don't want to come and finish and they will give the credit to you. It will be a debate. I started it.
You want to start yours alone.
And you know that I brought this. I don't know, but it's a challenge.
Anyway. We also have the minority leader, Alexander Penyumakin, demanding an end to xenophobic attacks on Africans in South Africa. We have the majority, which Wisdom spoke about extensively, condemning the BOG for stabilizing, commends the BOG for stabilizing market lending rates. Then we have Printpag assuring Ghanaians of better days ahead. That was on the back of the World Press Freedom Day. Then we have our very own Senyo Hosi. Well, he's speaking about the power outages where he's indicated that it's driven by lack of investment
within the power sector.
Yes. I think that was about during the week, because he published something during the week.
Yes, it was an article about the BOG situation.
The power sector.
He's published something as well about the power sector. Okay.
On the news center, we also have the NIA beginning registration for 6 to 14-year-olds in the Volta and Oti regions. So, we have people in those areas who they still don't have Ghana cards, who should be on the lookout for that. We have Goldfields seek long-term expansion and extension for the Takwa operations. We also have the vice president, the first female vice president of Ghana, and Dr. Johnson Isiama exchanging pleasantries on the cross-border fintech integration key to trade.
Yes. The 3i Africa.
Yes, 3i Africa
event put together by the BOG.
We have the CEO for Mobile Money Fintech Limited, Shaib Haruna, is speaking about, fintech growth in Africa, which has, I think we're championing it at this point.
Yes, particularly mobile money.
Yes, mobile money intra.
I know in Kenya, is it M-Pesa or something, has been big as well. Mobile money is big in Eastern Africa. But in West Africa, I think inarguably Ghana will be one of the biggest places where now we're seeking to do it between cross-border.
But I think we've started. I think there's Nigeria.
Yes,
you can.
There was the MTN bit, but governments came out to say they hadn't given authorization for you to be able to send money to somebody via mobile money because
in another country.
Yes, when I was when the Binyiri conflict happened, we had to visit Ivory Coast with the foreign minister. The hotel we were in, I saw the mobile money. MTN has that card where you can scan, and I took out and I tried it. I could send money to only that.
But that means you can't receive yet.
Yes, I think. But when I scanned and I tried sending, I couldn't send money to the number. It said I could only send to a Nigerian number. So I think
that's from Ivory Coast.
Yes, in Ivory Coast I couldn't send. So perhaps
in Ivory Coast you could send to a Nigerian number, not a Ghanaian number, right?
Oh no, I was trying to send to
a Ghanaian number
to an Ivorian who was using MTN via mobile money.
Okay.
Right? Oh, I didn't explain properly. So I was trying to send
to the receptionist.
Business accounts. MTN provides business accounts. So if you enter and you do business, you can pay to the business account. It happens here in Ghana. So the hotel had seen, and I'd wanted to pay for the stay using mobile money. But I realized after scanning, yes, I got the details of the hotel and everything, but I couldn't pay to them. I could only pay if I was paying to someone in Nigeria, and I was surprised because we had been told they've not given permission to MTN because
so
it has to go through
an entire only to Nigeria now. That's per your explanation.
No, that's what I understand from what I saw, right? But I recall as well there was press releases, and I'll check that press releases which were suggesting that we've not quite fully clarified the system of cross-border payments from Ghana, and so for now it's just the banks which we can interbank transfers. I don't know where we are on that, but I think mobile money will be the next phase where people can send and receive money.
But do the embassies accept statements from mobile monies now? Because I think that's imagine you don't have a bank account, but you have a mobile money account. Shouldn't you be allowed to tender that?
Mobile money has a limit,
You can expand.
But there's a maximum holding amount.
Especially if it's even a business account. I don't think you're really.
What's the maximum? I think is it 40,000
for business? Let me check because you can see a threshold.
It's not,
but depending on the business, you can go and they can enlarge the volumes for you.
Amount you can, it's about how the account moves, because that's what the embassies usually want to see, that at least
the money is not just sleeping in it and you're coming to lie to them.
You are using it.
There are a lot of ways they analyze those things. And the last time I checked, they even every visa is evaluated differently, case by case. They look at the number of days you are going to spend. They look at your background, they look a lot of reasons.
Your income, how much you
so
spend.
So it's not only about the in and out. You have to have a lot of money in the account too. You have to have money.
But imagine you have just 100,000 in the account.
Yes.
It's just there. And imagine someone that has maybe 50,000, but he says, "This is my business account. I use it for day-to-day trading." Who would they believe? Chances are you borrowed money and you may not come back to Ghana where you go.
Chances are that you also started doing the trading so that you will see
that. No. But the transactions have dates.
But you can't, I don't think a mobile money account can hold like $20,000.
Dollars. Wisdom.
Mobile money account with 20,000, that's in excess of like 200,000 cedis. Oh, there are accounts which will hold 200,000 cedis.
Yes.
Well,
We've seen volumes and transactions increase,
maybe
particularly
after.
If you go to the offices,
business accounts, not individual account. I've seen someone, unless maybe it was edited, I think on social media, I saw in excess of 100,000 cedis in the person's mobile money wallet.
Wow.
Yes, it's
you can have that. Yeah, you can have that if you go and you have lots of like if you're high volume transactions, they will expand. I think you just have to go with documentation and certification to show that yes.
Expand your threshold.
Well,
so you sell cars, right? And you can buy and you can receive the money into your account if you can prove that it's a sole proprietorship where you sell cars and you have all of that. I genuinely think you can have your bandwidth expanded to provide.
These are all embedded in regulations. There are regulatory boundaries as to what a mobile money.
You are being the devil's advocate this morning.
So let me get.
You want to use mobile money to japa?
No. I think it should, no. So, aside the bank statement, mobile money should be
to prove that you are liquid.
Exactly.
Well, I think people like using mobile money compared to their banks. Now the banks have integrated
the mobile money
into their
bank apps. And
a number of times I
maybe
do
they do and we are not
transactions
aware
like
yet.
Okay.
But
Let me do that story and then we'll talk about hostels, because yesterday the rent control was going around in hostels. A number of people have been sharing thoughts. The two of you were in hostels not not so far a distant ago. Me, I have not been in a hostel before because I was at GIJ and GIJ we did not have.
Going from the house.
Yes, I was going from home, so I don't have the experience of having to pay. So you who have been in hostels will share your thoughts, and we'll hear from the rent control boss first, and then I'll come back in studio and then we'll get those details. But the minister says we will fight disinformation with better information and not censorship. I have I'm taking this particular story because only this morning surfing the internet I'm seeing stories, or I'm seeing a Ghana Today account suggesting that the tourism minister made tribal or bigotry comments, which videos are now circulating which suggest that she may not have actually said the things she's being alleged to have said. And I'm asking, how do we deal with this, where misinformation and disinformation is gradually become the mainstay of the politics that we practice in this country? People will just pick up stuff, lie blatantly, slap it on a news card, and will post it somewhere. The minister says they will fight all of this with better information, and I want to get details of that. So the Minister of Government Communications, Felix Kwatiofosu, says the nation will tackle misinformation and disinformation with accurate and timely information rather than censorship. He explained that even though the spread of falsehoods, deepfakes, and coordinated disinformation campaigns threaten national security, public health, and democratic governance, censorship was not a solution because it only bred more suspicion and drove information underground. Now, Mr. Kwatiofosu was speaking at the commemoration of this year's World Press Freedom Day in Accra, hosted by the British High Commission. He said that government remain committed to protecting journalists, upholding media pluralism, and ensuring that no reporter was harassed, detained, or threatened for carrying out lawful duties. I'm not seeing the import of what is the intervention from all of this, and this is where sometimes I have a problem with the writings, or is it the speeches? Because
the headline is
when we say we'll fight disinformation with better information, I don't see the solution in the story, right? And so it leaves me wondering. Democracy is not a gift that lasts forever. It is a practice that must be renewed every day. I want to see the tangibles. I don't.
How are this?
When you say better information, are we seeing that media outlets are being provided with accurate details to fight disinformation? When the minister just says we'll fight disinformation with better information, I don't quite get it.
You see it as sloganeering.
No, not in terms of sloganeering, but consistently, I feel the speeches can be better. Right? That's on a personal level, because when a newspaper headline reads, "We'll fight disinformation or falsehood with better information." What is better information? How are we getting better information? I am hoping I can get that. Either maybe the minister made those statements and the newspaper didn't carry it, but also the Daily Graphic will not write a story and not clearly define. That's why I'm trying to skim through the story and see how. But I'm not getting that. Right, and so that is just something that sticks out for me. Perhaps we could get a bit more in terms of tangibles that we can point at and we can grasp in the air when we hear the speeches and say this is what we're doing.
Who is the originator of information? The originator of information is the media. In our setting, we give the public information.
But you get it from somewhere.
We get it from somewhere. We pick reports from institutions and all correspondence. We put the information out there. So is it a way they are trying to, is it a training that they are going to do? Is it, I don't know, a partnership? Are they going to enforce the laws? They should come out.
So all of these are questions that will require
give us vivid,
a bit more in terms of answers
details
as well.
Yeah.
But 7:11 here on the 3FM Sunrise, I want us to get into the hostel conversation. And did any of us see the video? I think I've seen a video of someone dragging a child.
The 16-year-old
that's
boy.
horrible.
On a quad bike.
That was horrible. And what hurts my heart was that the person who did that is someone who is physically challenged, right? I mean, like you should. I mean,
the sheer disbelief I saw you, and I saw you reading, and I haven't been able to pay particular attention to a lot these days. I'll be very honest. I saw the video.
It was bad.
You know what kills me is the tears. What was he crying? What was he crying about? I'll be very honest.
Bad.
Why was he crying?
I was shocked reading it. Well, I cannot show my emotions on the TV, but wow.
That was bad. A quad bike.
Your son.
And you saw the damage he caused to the
He
guy.
inflicted serious wounds on the boy's back.
The guy.
But are they sure it's his child?
And
I mean, that's a legitimate question.
Because, like
Come on.
they say,
Come on. And he was actually saying he doesn't know what came over him.
that's not an
Oh,
excuse.
when you were tying the individual, you didn't know what came over
And
you.
the
When you
community
sparked,
members
when
were
you sparked,
shouting. And North Legon is a place that is quiet. So for people to come out from their homes to tell you to stop, to chase you,
you can go onto
That's
Facebook
extreme.
and YouTube as well, and you see the videos, and I don't know. If you do this to somebody, it's not a 16-year-old. We can have conversations about forms of punishment. This has never come up anywhere
How would you think of
for
it?
it to be a form
Like,
of
how is
punishment.
that your first thought?
Do you know the apostles, right? In the
Yeah,
Bible. This was one of the how they were killed, actually, or
They're
martyred.
dragged into
Some of them.
Let me. I want to listen
Listen
to
to
his
him.
explanation. What is the explanation he provides, Frederick?
And handed over to the Lankwantana Mandina Divisional Police Command. The suspect reportedly told the police he did not know what came over him to inflict such pain on his son. Accra Regional Police Public Relations Officer Superintendent Juliana Obeng, providing an update, said investigations are ongoing while the suspect has been arraigned before courts.
He went to court yesterday, but the court didn't sit. We are looking at taking him back to court this afternoon. These are still going on. For now, we are looking at causing harm. But yes, as we proceed with investigations, if there are additional charges, would prefer as well.
Ninoy, a neighbor who led the arrest of the cobbler, corroborated the events of the day.
What I see is he have tied the child the back of the motor. So I tried to stop him because he knows me. But as I try to stop him, he don't stop. So I have to change him, follow him, need to make him so that people will come out, then we rescue the boy. You don't mind. There's a police post in my area. He turned, there's a lady over there. Try to stop him too. He don't stop. So you have to follow him. Run from where I'm standing. Look at my weight. But I ran from there, chasing him to tell him to stop. So a friend around, neighbor, they come out and one helped me with a car to chase him. We got him where people have stopped him. Then we rescued the guy over there.
So they had to chase him.
Yes.
And people were
ended up with
a car, and people were screaming that he should stop.
So car, they are meaning he was moving at a very high speed.
Yes, because the guy could not chase.
Yeah, he could not run after him. You know, of the many things that I didn't think I would be talking about this morning. I mean,
16-year-old boy.
I mean,
it's the thought process, right?
In terms of psychological.
Such a punishment.
Wow.
And his explanation is mayeni bibia and she won't see me. It can be frustrating, but I don't exactly. I mean, I was speaking to my younger brother yesterday. Look, you could not tell us apart, and we will give you hell when we were growing up. But it didn't warrant anybody dragging us with a bike, or is it because our parents didn't have quad bikes? No, I'm asking a legitimate question. Maybe for want of having the gadgets and all of that too, you want to explore the means of punishment that you can.
Oh no.
What they had was
because I shudder to come to terms with the fact that this is something that that the heart of man is wicked. I'll just leave it at that.
What is that crowd?
And in the estates, people were running after him. And what from the narration, there's even a police post in the neighborhood, and he didn't care. He went past the police post and was still dragging the boy on the ground.
Well, from the police officer, she said that they will be going to court today. So
I'm sure from his own narration and all of that, depending on how matters go, this could go pretty fast because he might. Yes, he's admitted to it. I don't want to talk about the psychological bits because it's far too. You have to plead it, right? And he has to lead evidence to an extent to suggest that he wasn't mentally stable. But from his own admission, saying I don't know what came over me is I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, rent, right? Yesterday the rent control was at hostels at the University of Ghana, and this is what the rent control boss, the commissioner, right, Frederick Opoku, had to tell journalists after visiting a number of the hostels. People are paying 10,000 cedis and what have you. I'll come to you guys on how much you paid because I wasn't in a hostel. But here's Frederick Opoku in his own words after visiting a number of university hostels yesterday.
Please. Do you know what? We've come very nice.
I am saying, I'm asking a simple question. Is it a private hostel or is it public? Let me go my way. Simple question. Private or public?
Was.
So you are here and you don't know whether it's a public or private, and you are employee here.
My brother. Do you know what?
Listen.
Do you know what? Come.
Come.
Phil. You say what?
I'm not the best.
Okay, take your time. This is the Rent Commissioner of Ghana, and he's here in his capacity to check compliance currently. You are told the woman is in there.
Blue, tell her, okay? Tell her whatever meeting she's involved in, we want to talk to her. Just tell her.
Try the Rent Commissioner himself is here. I have come up simple, come up. Now what am I doing?
That is true. What about the kind of waste of time this? So therefore, I will stand here on the campus. The institution Legon is not above any law. Okay?
What's it?
You are in this university does not make you any superior person. Okay? The fact that you are here on this campus will never make you any extra person. The university, you are charging 10,000, 20,000 per room, and you think that it's easy for a student to comply with. Come and let us talk. You say you won't talk. Okay, send the list is over there. Can you give me the list? Get me and you read the list.
Next week.
Yes.
Okay.
Come.
Okay.
Come and let's talk.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that you don't have any right to increase already.
For now. So
not for now. You have been making that mistake and increasing.
Okay. So now we are learning.
It's true, you are learning.
Yes.
I'm here to educate you.
You are right.
So you don't have any right whatsoever without talking to rent control.
Very well.
You must take your rent card.
Okay.
That every student here must be given a rent card.
Okay.
For 3,600 and 4,900. Wait. 3,600 plus in 4 in 1 room. Then 2 in 1 room. It's 4,900. I'm coming. At Prestige Hostel. It's big money. But I would want to understand how you got there.
Okay.
Now, I want to let you know you don't have any right whatsoever to even sit and increase your rent. Okay. It may be even be higher than what you are even charging. Based on what? But the point is, if you want to make an increment, the percentage that you added, how did you arrive at that?
Okay. Okay.
I'm told that here, students pay their own electricity.
Yes, please.
So now, taking the electricity, you are taking a whooping 4,000, 3,600, 4 in 1 room. And you are taking a whooping of 4,900, right? 2 in a room. Which means almost about 10,000 or 9,000 and 9,800 or so for 2 in a room for a semester. So for 1 year, you are taking 20,000 cedis almost for that. No electricity added. So you don't have any right to do that. But because you are saying that you are now about to implement a new increment, and I've told you, tell management to suspend.
Okay.
Okay. So that if I come next time and I'm aware that you have made the increments, the consequences will be dire.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So that's the rent control boss. He subsequently, Frederick Opoku, he subsequently spoke to the media as to why all of this is happening. I want us to take a listen to him, and then we'll come in studio for quick thoughts as well.
I want to act. The President of the Republic of Ghana appointed me to make sure the law of the Republic works. If I'm not able to make it happen, then I'm of no use to the appointment. I become highly irrelevant for appointments. I'm not one of those who want to enjoy the juicy positions
3FM 92.7
and don't make the law work. I am saying, and I'm promising you today, I have been in office for the past 3 months.
And on a national television.
Yes, 3 months now. Today, I had a petition from the student body, and they made a lot of allegations. I'm here today, and what I saw is no different from what they are complaining. And I can see they have flouted the rules of the rent laws. And as I told you, I can promise you, I don't think that we need to use force on them, but we need to engage them. But after the engagement, and those who fail not to come, many of these hostels will be closed down, especially if you're not registered with the tourism authority. And if it is even fit for purpose to be called hostels. If not, there's a problem. Here, we are going to engage the tourism authority because they are the regulators and they are responsible to ensuring that hostels are fit for purpose. That is why they were given that mandate. I'm aware we are reviewing the rent law and hostel management and everything will come under rent control fully. That one, we can take full responsibility. But today, I'm here to ensure that the way they increase their rent is in line with the rules of the game according to the rent law. You cannot increase rent without the application to rent control. Landlord must also not take advantage of the shortage of the system to dupe, steal, and exploit people like what the hostel people are doing. And that is outrageous. Especially, I'm scandalized to see what I'm seeing here. With that cubicles called hostels and duping, exploiting, and stealing. That is criminal. And I repeat, hostel people are perpetrating a criminality, the private hostels. For the 2 places I've gone, I'm here to move around, but I can draw a good conclusion after I have visited a quite number of them. 2 in a room, they're taking 10,000 Ghana cedis. Now, we don't understand the methods that they use in pricing. And the only institutions close with the authority and the power to see how prices are set is rent control department. That's why we are here.
3FM,
and clearly they are running away from their evil deeds. That's unfortunate, number one. It's unfortunate. I don't know whether because it's on Legon campus, and I know Legon campus is also above the law. And we are aware there are private hostels also on these campuses. And the fact that there are private hostels here does not take them out of the rules of the game. Those who have outrageously increased their hostel pay will reverse it. They will reverse it. Because over the years, they believe that the law is not working. We will look at when it was established and the increment rates that have come up to date. And you saw a room of 4-in-1. They pay 250 cedis a week for electricity, 200 cedis a month, and they are paying 4,800 cedis. And I don't think it's going to be about 10 feet, 10 by 6 feet, and that's where 4 people are living, and that is unfair. That is not right. I believe that we need to engage them further. As I said, I did not come to humiliate anybody here today, but I came to ascertain the situation on the ground. But I think what I found at Supreme First Hostel, and I'm asking them if they are even registered with.
So that's Frederick Opoku. He is the Rent Control Commissioner speaking there. We put up a question on Facebook as well, asking students how much they paid for their hostel facilities. And a number of them as well shared thoughts as to how much they pay. We're going to share that as well with you. 7,000, someone says 7,000 per academic year. They increase it every year. Dominic Opon Acoustic, 15,000.
3FM 92.7.
Acoustic says 15,000. Someone says 5.5K UCC. That's for the semester or for the year? I think it's for the year. And when they vacate, you have to leave the hostel immediately. That's the part that kills me all the time.
They will come around to sack you.
No, I want to see the other one before National Union of. Okay, it didn't add anything. 5,000 cedis at USTED. A friend is paying 10,000. Someone Starlet Kofi says 6K plus. I pay about 6.5K to 7K a year. Solomon Kwabla Ofori, 8,000 cedis at USTED Kumasi campus. Tano so for an academic year, 8,000 cedis for an academic year. 6.5K at UMAT Takwa. Someone says Desmond Sukut GH. He says he was paying 350 cedis in 2013. 4,700 Annex Poly Hostel. I don't know where that is, but when I started school in 2021, my hostel fee was 1,800, and during my final year, which was 2024, I paid 5,000 cedis. Now I'm renting a room for my master's instead of a hostel. It's far better. I went to ask for a hostel and it was 10,000 cedis because they have a jacuzzi in it. What is a student doing with a jacuzzi? That you'll be charging 10,000 cedis. 6,500 for the academic year, first and second semesters at UCC, Kwesi Pra. and I paid 3,500 at West End Hostel when I was in KNUST a few years ago. It was 4 in a room with an ensuite washroom and a big balcony which served as our kitchen area with our own meter. The room was big and we didn't share any amenities with other rooms, he says. The fee was for the whole academic year, 2 semesters, another semester by semester fees that hostels in University of Ghana are charging. So, Wisdom and I'll come to you. Is it, so some of these amounts, right, is it for the entire year, or there are some who do semester specific, and what is it like?
So,
yeah,
you see, I'll talk for Eugene, because I went to Eugene. What we have is that we have an amount for a year, but they have a payment plan that for the first semester you can pay maybe 50% or 60% of the entire year's hostel fees, right? Then the second semester you add the rest before the year ends. So you have 2 semesters to pay for 1 year hostel fees. Okay, but when you come up to the determination of the price, Mawena, you are in an open market economy.
You hold it there, and
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, even the process to get a room is in Lagos.
Someone has to know somebody before you get a room.
So I mean, I think at that point you're also very eager to secure a place to put your head. So you would want to settle for the ones that are available.
What are the high bandwidths that students pay for hostels? I'm seeing 10,000 cedis. I'm seeing 7,000 cedis. Does it go higher?
Yeah.
Yes.
One in a room can go to maybe 27,000.
35,000.
35,000. Yes. Okay. 35,000.
Yes.
You are paying 35,000.
So let me explain. So in University of Ghana, well, the last academic pricing for the whole
3FM 92.7.
Yeah, well, they say they have refurbished some of the rooms, so they now name it as a self-contained. Yes, that it comes with an AC. It's just one bed, so instead of one in a room, so it's a much bigger space. It has your own bed, your AC, a fridge. So that's how they're selling it. Then the prices subsequently reduces to a much smaller room, but still one bed, your what is it called? The fridge, AC. Then you have the ones without the AC. So it comes down. So as the prices reduces, your amenities are also reducing.
Into the microphone.
The amenities are also reducing. So if you was pricing it for, let's say, 35,000, that means probably you're getting an AC, a fridge, a bigger room. So for what I understood was that if it was a 2 in a room, they would have converted a 2 in a room now to a 1 in a room. So that's a much bigger.
Charge higher.
Exactly.
But I mean, privacy and all. I genuinely ask, and Sixes is here. I genuinely ask, what is the motivation to? And I mean, this from a very layman's perspective. It's not about money or anything, but what is the genuine appreciation of paying up to 35,000 cedis for a room for a year when your academic tuition can divide that about nearly 10 times? I genuinely ask, is it for want of excessive comfort or what? How are we like
3FM 92.7?
How are we normally Noble Crosby and oh my goodness, how are we normally how are we countenancing an argument that someone or a young student should walk into a room where they charge 35,000 cedis for a year? I want to appreciate and understand how that is should be normal or is normal, must be normal. Maybe like some people can share thoughts with me as well as to that.
So before was we coming, I've just seen the 2024-2025 academic year for the Ghana Hostel Limited. That is pence for one in a room with AC big new pence, 27,769 Ghana cedis.
Yeah,
one in a room
saw.
with AC small, 22,870. One in a room without AC, 18,958 Ghana cedis. Two in a room with AC new pence, 12,000. Then we have the four in the rooms in old pence, 6,000. Then for the international student, one in the room with AC, new pence, 35,320 Ghana cedis. One in the room without AC, 27,320 cedis. So you see,
the international student, you are melting the dollars, so
that one.
they are charging
so
them.
Big with AC, small.
No,
with
I'm not
AC.
justifying it. I'm just saying they are melting dollars, so they've hiked it even further. That's all I mean.
So the size, the amenities they are providing you, and the place. So we have old pens, we have new pens. They are selling all these form part of the factors for the pricing.
How much is land at Ashalaja? How much is land?
3FM.
This is gonna be he's processing the amount and
27,500
in a year.
that's
No, not
aside-
in a year. In 8 months, 7 to 8 months. The academic year is
So
7 to
and you
Yeah.
vacate the place.
Yes.
This
This
is
is
2025,
2025-2026 academic
40,000.
year.
40,329.
This present academic
Yes.
year, right?
One room with AC, new pens.
So wait, when you pay,
40,000.
so Angela, when you pay this,
40,000.
do you still pay electricity bills, or they take care of electricity
So-
bills?
In the voice, it's mentioned.
Okay,
In
but
the
as-
voice that you play.
No, some of the hostels, I don't think rent control went to somewhere like Pent.
So where were they?
There were
Vikings.
Vikings. I'm seeing Supreme First Hostel and some others.
And Vikings is owned by, if I'm not mistaken, by the old
Students.
students. Vikings are Saba.
Yeah.
So the Saba alumni,
They put
they put that
that together.
facility, and it took quite a number of years to put up that facility, and it was in response to solving growing accommodation,
Which has
problems,
always been,
which
has
has always been there with the
there.
University of Ghana. So if you put up a facility to solve a problem, and the people cannot afford that facility, did we go or did we come?
Now by
Because
What
I'm
have we
seeing
done to
40,000 cities for one in a room with
40,000.
AC.
40,000 cities. You see, I have, and one of the people who commented, I think brought up that angle. I've always encouraged students to go into the nearby communities.
3FM
If you are at Legon,
92.7.
go into Okponglo, go to Baoleshi,
Hachu.
the Meteo area, Mimpasem. You go to
Kunzo
Rollins
has a
Circle.
lot to say on this. He says the Supreme Hostel is at Okponglo and they charge crazy as well.
I know that road. That one is just by the road, and it's a new facility. So, in some of the instances, you may want to understand that the person has put up a facility. The person wants to recoup
what they spend.
the costs of production. The person at least want to recoup it within a certain period. Even that, and Wisdom was about to angry me with the free market analysis.
Yeah, I mean,
He was about to angry me. Look, the cost of education, and I think it came up, Mamina, you were the one who spoke about the cost of tuition. There's a reason government has an intervention in the cost of tuition, so that people are not deprived of education just because they don't have enough to pay for it. And we can say that you must not be a boarder, you can live in your house. Yes, that is true. But not all of us are from Accra. Not all of us have relatives in Accra.
Yeah,
Look,
from far.
I met some.
I
not to
came
cut you,
into the University of Ghana.
Exactly from
From what? And I recall, it in my mind, when we're coming, my mind, I was coming to walk into a host. I was allocated. My admission letter had indicated I had been assigned to Legon Hall, and so in my mind, I'm just coming to
breeze. You are breezing through.
Put your stuff in your locker.
Nobody warned me that I was going to join a queue, stand in that queue for 2 weeks before I can go through my academic registration and my residential registration. Nobody warned me.
So where were you in those 2 weeks?
Luckily for me, I was in the bus with a friend. You know, after SS, we decided to go and teach, to gather small. Yes. And a friend, Jonathan, a friend I made through that. We're in the bus together. He had an uncle, still has an uncle lecturing at the University of Ghana. So we're conversing. Jonathan was with the big sister, and I was the fresher. Jonathan had been coming. He was very familiar with the University of Ghana because of the uncle. He had been coming and all of that. The only time I ever went to University of Ghana was on an excursion. In the bus, the sister decided to ask me, so where are you going to sleep?
Out of curiosity.
Yes, out of curiosity. I confidently said Legon Hall. He said, yes, you have been assigned Legon Hall. And she was in level 400, 300 or 400. So she was very familiar with the system. Yes, you've been allocated. You've been assigned Legon Hall. You are a gentleman. Perfect. I clap for you. But for the next 1 month, you will not get a room in Legon Hall. So where will you be sleeping? That was why I started sweating.
So the chaos, from what you are saying, and you were in the university nearly 10 years ago. More than 10 years.
This was 2005, I think. Yeah.
That's 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Right. 20 years ago. Yeah. And since then, the situation continues to persist.
It hasn't changed.
As much as we can talk about investment.
And we were even lucky. At that time, there was I think they had just changed to the in, out, out. Or the in, out, out, in, or in, out, out. No, in, out, out, in.
Yeah.
Because the concern was that freshers would come in
and will struggle.
They get stranded. And for those like me who were not familiar with the environment, they had a lot of difficulty. So the university came up with this brilliant idea. Yes, let's at least give priority to freshmen and women. Let's give priority to freshmen. So that was the the consideration I was enjoying in Ponyo. Imagine
and even that it had to take you 2 weeks.
I see. The queue ran from the roundabout, BAM Library roundabout, went through the front of Legon Hall, zigzagged round Graduate Hostel, Annex C, came back through the same...
the queue to get the hostel.
To get the place.
A room allocation.
Yes. Yes. Then...
So should I call it a blessing that I wasn't in the hostel and I was moving from
home? The ICT block, what's the name? The ICT Directorate.
UGCS.
Yes. All of that is one queue. You will stand in a queue, at a point you get lost. Like, you don't know where you are. You don't know what position you are.
Oh, come on.
So at that moment, when the lady realized that, Charlie, this boy is lost, she immediately called the uncle. Then they arranged, Uncle Salier, God bless you so much. God bless you. God bless you. But for Jonathan and the sister and
you would have been sleeping on the streets.
And eventually to Uncle Salier, I would have been lost. So me, I was sleeping in a lecturer's bungalow. Then I'll call my friend with my yam and ask, do we have a room now? Then he said, don't angry me. People were sleeping at the Potter's Lodge. People were sleeping under the trees, on the verandas.
Kunzo says he was sleeping in lecture halls.
In lecture halls.
Until he got a place. And even the amount used for patching.
Yes. Patching that is illegal.
Patching is illegal, but...
You pay.
You pay to commit a crime.
And even the patcher has a patcher, so... The patcher also go and bring another patcher. Those who have been at
So accommodation at
Frederick,
university.
come. I think Kunzo has a lot
He
on
has
his
a lot
face.
to say.
He says he was in a room that was supposed to take 8 people. It was taking 32 people. That is a prison-like situation which we have been complaining about.
My friend's own was just 16. We call them tea rooms. The legal occupants were supposed to be 8.
That would be common word.
The legal occupants were 8, but each legal occupant would have a percher.
Oh, yeah.
The percher would have a percher. The floor would have perchers.
So how
and
do
the
you
people
sleep? Like you
perching
sleep
on the
2
floor
on a mattress?
also have perchers.
Like you sleep. So 2 persons will sleep on the mattress.
Once you have a place
goal
to
is
keep
not
your
to sleep.
stuff.
Yes.
You just need a place to keep your
In
stuff.
fact, it had been joked that a lot of the first class came from Commonwealth Hall.
Oh, yes.
Because boys were not sleeping.
Yes.
You don't have a place to sleep,
Yeah.
so all you have to do is go to the reading room.
Yes.
And read
Go ahead,
till
read.
they break.
Till
When you are
they
tired,
break.
just-
Then you just go and spray water on your armpit,
And
your
go
armpit
back.
and, go,
Yeah.
and straight to the lecture room.
Yeah.
So it had been joked that, in fact, it was a blessing for academic excellence.
Well,
But it's accommodation
3FM
at University of Ghana,
92.7.
KNUST. So far, UDS, the Takwa one, and the Sunyane one, UHAS. I'm not sure. No, UHAS is who?
Yeah,
The Sunyane one is what? UNE. I'm not sure they have such challenges. So it is good that rent control is moving into this. It's simply outrageous to charge somebody 27,000 cedis for 7 months.
40,000.
40,000 cedis for 7 months.
That is
Go and rent. You can, the same 40,000,
right. You can rent.
you can rent with the same AC.
You have your own. private-
Even that one
To do the things you want
get
to
2
do.
years. You can pay 2 years advance.
Hey, you guys studying on campus.
No, but
I
am hearing things I do not believe. 8 in a room becoming 32.
No, because you are your brother's keeper. So imagine my situation.
No, I
don't
understand.
know anybody.
And
then I may run into some old student from my former senior high school who will say, "Oh, you two, you have come. Where are you? Okay, you there, come to my room. This come to my room. You are not going to sleep on a bed, though. And this come to my room. You are not the first person he has told to come to my room. He's just been a brother, you know, trying to help a fellow old student, you know,
I think
watch out for you.
those are the good things about being a man. Yes.
You think there was no perching in Walter Hall?
No, I didn't say that. But women, well, it will be
Difficult.
She will be giving you attitude.
Okay.
You will feel like you've overstayed your
Welcome.
Yes. After 1 week, she will start giving you attitude.
The same person who invited
you.
Wow.
So you see, I came
3FM
without knowing any senior,
92.7.
without knowing any friend, no family member. I just got up from my village all the way from Kwaliko to the University of Ghana after I got admission.
Are you the first from your senior high school?
Yes.
Oh,
you're the first from your senior high school to
wait,
make it
wait,
to the
wait.
University of
Wait.
Ghana.
The first, so it's 3 things. The first from my community, the first from my family,
To come to Legon.
Wow.
to go to the university,
To go to the university.
and the first from my senior high school.
Wow.
Hey.
So this is someone who has
You
no
didn't
knowledge
like-
about how the school is. Okay, so my perception was how when you go to SHS, they will just allocate a room to you, then you move in. That was that perception that I had because I didn't have anyone to guide me. I just saw the porter. I said, okay, I don't want to sit in school. I don't want to sit in the house after school. My parents said, there's no money, so go for teacher training or nursing training. That's what we can afford. But something in me,
Which is actually the normal thing in a lot of our communities.
so something in me kept saying no. I saw the University of Ghana flyer or something like that, and I said no. I want to go to this school.
Allah.
So I started doing my own research. I'll take my mom's film or someone's phone and just go UG or University of Ghana. That curiosity led me to go to a cafe, ask the guy that, oh, Charlie, I want to apply to this school. Can you guide me? So he had to take me through what to expect, what to
But they didn't
the
mention the
courses.
hostel part.
Because he also didn't know.
You are a cafe operator.
From
You are a cafe operator in a place you've not applied for University of Ghana before. I mean, because nobody.
Yes.
You continue the tale.
So I applied,
Wow.
and unfortunately, my admission came the second day of the orientation. I actually went for the first day of the orientation. I had this belief in me that I would go to the University of Ghana. I don't know how or why, but I kept having this belief that no, I'm going to the University of Ghana. So I went to the orientation without getting admission first.
Prophecy.
And I went to ask the question.
University of Ghana orientation.
Yes.
Which they ran, I think, over a week or two.
Yes.
You went through the entire orientation.
Without an admission.
Charlie, registrar of the University of Ghana. My friend.
Something like
Let me start from the Pro VC. The Pro VC is my fellow parishioner. This young man deserves an award.
Oh,
from
yes.
the University of Ghana.
Yes.
Because see, people gain admission, even with admission letters, they don't even go for the orientation.
I went to even ask a question about whether or not the admissions are over. I went to ask a question that, a friend of mine who has applied is waiting to see whether he will gain admissions. And that was not a friend but myself. And the university answered that, admissions are not over. You can even get admission probably before the matriculation. So I have to tell my friend to relax. So that gave me the assurance that, okay, I'll get, since I have passed my WESI, I'll get admission.
Okay.
Then I woke up the next morning preparing to come. That was when I got my notification that congratulations, your undergraduate application to the University of Ghana.
You still remember the words.
Because
it's a big deal.
It was a happy and a sad day. Because when I went to check my course, history, Chinese, linguistics, I called my parents that, okay, my applications that I did, it has come true. They asked what course. I told them, well, they are illiterate. So they don't understand the course. So they had to go and ask people that,
what can you do?
My son,
I know all too well about that.
People kept discouraging them that with this course, there's nothing you can do. They should. My mom said no.
Come back home.
This is the first time at least someone from our family is going to the university. So let's let him go through. But the fees
became
another issue. And so that day of getting admission,
I want to focus on the hostel part.
So when I came to the university,
you follow the story.
So when I came to Accra to stay with an uncle who just got married, and the wife's sister came. So we were about 4 of us in the room. I started coming to the University of Ghana. 2 days, 2 weeks, getting to a month, I felt uncomfortable because this is someone who just got married. We are in a single room. So what do I do? Yes.
Phil,
the man was determined.
So I decided to. I started searching.
Come on! You guys should let him finish the story.
So I started searching for ways and means to probably come to the on campus and stay. And that's how come I got someone who posted on one of the WhatsApp pages that he's having a place for perching, which is 2,500 Ghana cedis. Yeah, someone who just paid 2,500 Ghana cedis.
For perching?
Then in 2019.
2005.
Yes, for perching. This is someone who just even struggled. I've not even finished paying all my school fees. And then I said, okay, you know what? I'll take it up, but then I'll give me installment plan so I can pay maybe by the time the year will end, I'll finish paying. The money on me actually on that day was 700 Ghana cedis. So I gave it to him. That okay, this is my first deposit. Then the others, I'll spread it. I'll spread it and pay. Then he told me to report that, that was on a Thursday. Then he told me to report on Sunday. So that he will take me to the room. I packed my things from my uncle's place with my clothes.
Yeah.
I came with a taxi. Got to Commonwealth Hall. I called him. He came down, helped me. And I had to pay the guys who came to just pick my bag that I could carry myself.
But that one they were fleecing you.
So I got in, and when I entered the room, I was like,
Is this where I'm supposed to be at?
This is for the 2005. Is this where I'm going to be at? Because I entered and there were so many people there. Their bags, their fridge, their whatever. Where's the space?
How big was the room? Was it big like this studio?
It's small.
No, I'm asking. I mean, genuinely. I didn't have the privilege of being.
And so each
can I use? Cyril's
or the
office.
production.
Cyril's office.
Wow.
That as in Cyril's
32
office
people.
best describes.
Yes.
I'm struggling to, because people are listening, they don't know what Cyril's office looks like, and so I'm trying to.
So the room was supposed to take 8 people.
In fact, the right word Phil is using is a cubicle.
A cubicle.
But the room is actually designed
Yeah.
for one person. Yeah.
No,
So,
I was sent to the long room, which was
The
supposed to
long-
take 8 people.
Oh, okay.
So each bed, like 4 beds for 8 people. But then,
top down, top down, top
Yeah.
down.
but then each person had 3 people. And then the floor,
The floor had
the floor
were
where I was
people-
coming to sleep on,
Someone was
with
already
a mattress. There was already someone there, so I had to
brought
join the
your own
person.
mattress?
No, so I had to join the guy. And Charlie, this is someone who go and play football, come back. Sometimes when there's no water,
He's listening. It's okay.
he doesn't want to bath. I started questioning myself whether should I leave this university and just go back to my village, because what's all this?
But you stayed, you persevered, and 7 years old.
After being uncomfortable staying in the room, no, I couldn't pay the installment plan, so the guy came for the mattress. So I was sacked.
But where did he get the mattress?
We were sacked from the mini
The
Yes.
32 inmates.
And that was when I started going to lecture halls, anywhere I could find convenient to sleep for the night.
With your stuff.
No, my staff were still there. He only
Like,
sacked
just
me
came for the mattress.
So I had to now look for a place to sleep. So I would just go to. So the only time I could sleep better was during exams. People would call me, "Oh, come and teach me this." And I'll go and when I'm lecturing them, I'll just trying to take them through the course. And I'll intentionally delay till midnight, and I'll tell them, "Oh, Charlie, they've locked my place, so I
Smart guy.
can't go in. So let me just sleep for the night, and tomorrow we are all going to write the same exam." That is how I will be able to sleep with someone for the night.
Sleep by someone.
Sleep by someone for the night. Otherwise, the entire semester, I have to go to JQB. And JQB too, they always lock it.
Yeah, JQB is
So I had to use I realized that there was this two louvers
Which were missing. So
I
you
passed
sneak through it.
The university will now withdraw your
Right?
No.
We were breaking
As much as we are laughing about this is
serious.
terrible.
Until one day a security man caught me sneaking in.
And thought you were going to steal something.
And when I
You
told
were
him,
just
he
looking
was
for-
like, "Huh?"
We were just looking for a place to sleep.
To lay your head.
And there are benches. It's hard.
But that's what you have to make do.
you are
No,
familiar
with no
with
pillow,
JQB,
with nothing.
So it's like the church
they are like your
pews.
typical church pews.
Yeah.
But these ones are harder. And they are
more
arranged.
uncomfortable.
Yes, very, very uncomfortable.
Wow. So
No,
We all have
let
similar
me say
stories,
that I
but
really want
we'll
to
keep it for
appeal
another
to
day.
Yes, through the Pro VC, Prof. Awandare. I can't because he's my fellow parishioner.
92.7.
There's a lot happening at the University of Ghana.
yeah, we have
that the
to.
university has to turn attention to. Well, to be honest, these are long
These are
ago
yes,
stories.
and 2019 till now,
2019.
there are people
But
still
there are
going
people
through.
who are still going through these
Yeah.
things. So the university really has to, and the university has to take a second look at the pricing for hostels. At least those within the immediate precincts of the university, they should be able to engage the hostel operators, so that the outrageous pricing will come down.
I'm glad the rent control is taking some action. Better late than never, right? Better late than never, because some of them are ludicrous in terms of the increments that we see. You see 5,000 cities jumps and all of that,
No,
when
actually,
absolutely
there's an
nothing
automatic increment.
Yeah.
every year.
With no
It's
improvement.
absolutely
Yeah.
ludicrous. And I don't know how we've allowed this to. It's like we live in a country where everybody just does whatever they feel like doing until one day somebody wakes up and realizes
it's
people are
because of these
misbehaving.
so-called free markets.
That was what I was arriving
See,
at.
we are taking
Undue advantage.
of people in the name of free markets,
Demand and supply.
demand and supply, I did my investment.
Somebody came
so
from
I have to
wherever, Upper West, Northeast,
cool.
comes to Accra for the first time,
and
is coming to the university.
The one somebody mentioned, the Supreme Hostel is just by the road, Oponglo stretch, before I think Ecobank also. A very new facility that they put
and
up.
They are charging crazy sums.
Charging crazy.
They
are renovating. So again, I have to repeat the call on the university.
3FM
the hostel operators.
92.7.
Go into some discussions with them and try to get a hold of this. Right. Otherwise, people are suffering. But Mawina, I want to say thank you to Professor Sanji of the University of Ghana, Professor Saleh of the university. These were the people who held. I mean that. I don't know. Maybe we have to have a special conversation in relation to the hostels.
When I wanted to go and thank the security man who later gave me a student mattress to be sleeping in the JQB, I got to realize that he passed on. That has been trying so hard to find the family and go and say thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
May we continue to pray for him. But we'll do sports now. Ulrich Wampofu's been lurking in the shadows for some time. He'll join us in studio, do sports. We'll return with a big conversation for you and a bit more. But this hostel matter, I'm sure we'll have to revisit. We'll not revisit. We'll visit it again soon enough.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the sports segment here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My name is Oreku Ampofo. We start off with some updates from the Black Stars camp, where news coming in is that Hearts of Oak goalkeeper Benjamin Asare has been drafted into the squad ahead of the upcoming international friendly against Mexico. The 33-year-old shortstopper replaces Gideus Asiako in the squad and is expected to join the team for the match scheduled for Friday, May 22, 2026. Asare made his Ghana debut against Chad in March 2025 following consistent performances with his club Accra Hearts of Oak in the Ghana Premier League. He has since made 11 appearances for the national team, establishing himself as the number one for the country. We still stay with the Black Stars because former Ghana defender Daniel Paris says it will be difficult for the team to make it out of the group stages. Ghana is in Group L for the World Cup alongside Croatia, England and Panama.
You know, but these boys, they have talent. But sometimes talent is just not enough. You know, you have to add the discipline, you have to add the hard work, you have to focus. You know, there are some things that are not too important, but like I said, it's just the era. You know, we are living in a different world now that everything is on social media. Everybody want to show a little bit and all these kind of things. You know, they can enjoy their lives, but the main focus needs to be on the pitch. And I think that they can really do well if they want to. To be frank, I think we will suffer a little bit. That's the truth. Sometimes the truth needs to be spoken. You know. I love these boys. Like I love you know, but I think we've not gotten a team yet. Okay. We have the players, we have the talent, but we've not gotten a team yet. I think that's the problem.
So you're dreading the competition?
Yeah, I think they can. You know, if we are able to even get out from the group stage, you know, I think Ghanaians should be happy, because I think this is the time that we have to build the team around these boys. You know, because they are good players. I'm not going to take that away from them. You know, they have They have the talent to really, you know, go big, you know. But also, I think they should sustain them for a while. Sometimes the changes is also too much. It's affecting the team.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So when you change the players so much, this one comes today, tomorrow another one is in there, tomorrow, you know, sometimes we should just focus. If the player is doing good in his club and is playing for the Black Stars, we keep him.
That was former Ghana defender Daniel Opare. Elsewhere, let's move to women's football, where Ghana's under-20 women's team are vying to make the under-20 Women's World Cup for an 8th successive time. The team lead 2-1 against Uganda from the first leg in Accra, placing them in a good position to qualify for the next round. Now, ahead of their game, head coach of the side, Charles Sampson, is confident his side will be able to secure qualification.
Oh, the message is they should still believe in us. They should keep us in prayers. And then we'll go and do our best, ultimate best, to make the whole nation proud and ourselves proud. Oh, I'm expecting us to get our ticket to Poland in Uganda. And when we come to the airport, I'm expecting an euphoria here because the girls deserve that.
Well, that was the head coach of Ghana's under-20 women's team, Charles Sampson, speaking there. Now, let's move away from football and do some athletics here on Sunrise, where the African Athletics Championships is just a few days away and will be hosted here in Ghana. Team captain of Ghana, Joseph Paul Awa, has expressed confidence in the team's ability to secure medals despite the mounting pressure. The event is scheduled to kickstart on May 12 at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium.
It's always nice to compete in front of the home crowd and the home crowd. The last time you all saw what happened, and we really like the support. We are very prepared, train hard, and we want to come out here and make sure we put smiles on Ghanaians' faces again. That's what we love to do, so we just continue. I'll say there's pressure, but we can only use it to motivate ourselves. If you let pressure break you, then you're in trouble. So go out there and try to use the pressure and everything and try to come out with some medals.
Let's do some more here, where on Tuesday, the La Liga Ghana Equality League was launched at the Accra City Hotel. The Ghana Equality League will run over 6 weeks across 6 match days, beginning in May 2026 in Accra. The competition will bring together teams from selected community hubs and schools, creating a structured and inspiring football environment for young girls. The initiative is designed to support low-income communities by providing access to equipment, structured competition, and leadership development opportunities. Beyond match play, participants will benefit from coaching education sessions and values-based workshops that strengthen confidence and life skills. Speaking on the initiative and the role of the media at the event was Tresor Penku, who is the managing director of La Liga Africa.
For us, it has always been a special region, a special country for us, and it was just natural that we launched the project here. Obviously, there's a lot of talent, but we wanted to be firstly mindful of the fact that we as La Liga have that power to use that instrument, that's football, first of all, to change lives. And for us, it was natural to be here in Ghana to give these opportunities to these young girls who start enjoying it from this weekend. Actually, the coaches program already started today. We've had people who came in from Spain to train female coaches. We have an ex-female player, a Liga player that's going to be here with us, landing in some days, and obviously launching the league this weekend here in Accra, and we are excited and looking forward to it.
To some more, where Ghana officially launched its Ghana House project for the Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games on Wednesday, May 6, 2026 in Accra. Ghana House will serve as the country's official hospitality, cultural and marketing hub in Scotland. It is designed to showcase Ghanaian fashion, food and trade opportunities while supporting athletes during the Games. Jan Pofuankra, who is the Director General of the National Sports Authority, says that this is what the initiative is about and the impact that he's expecting to see with this once it takes place. in the Commonwealth Games. We'll be getting you that voice of Yao pretty shortly. However, let's now head to Europe, where Manchester United winger Amad Diallo has admitted that he and his teammates are determined to help Bruno Fernandes break the Premier League assist record before the season ends. The Portuguese currently sits on 19 assists, just one shy of equaling the long-stand mark set by Thierry Henry more than 2 decades ago.
3FM 92.7.
Yeah, we have to help Bruno to break that record. Bruno is Bruno. You can't say nothing to Bruno. Is the player that is a dream to play. He's a big legend for me. He's been so good for the club since he's arrived here in 2020, and yeah, he's a big example, also big leader, big captain. He tries to help everyone, every young players who come to the first team. I remember when I come here in 2021, my English wasn't really good, but he tried to help me in Italian because he speaks Italian. So he was that guy who was doing traduction for me. So he's the guy that is available for everyone. And Bruno Fernandes is Bruno Fernandes as he's on the pitch, and this season everyone can see how good he is, and we have to help him as a team to break that record.
Well, that was Amad Diallo of Manchester United. United themselves would be in action later this weekend when they face Sunderland and away. In other fixtures, Liverpool host Chelsea as Manchester City take on Brentford, and Arsenal travel to West Ham. And then much later, City would also be in action against Crystal Palace in matchday 31, the rescheduled game as well. But let's do some more here. Before we go, let's touch on basketball, where Oklahoma City Thunder remained unbeaten in the NBA playoffs after beating Los Angeles Lakers 125-107 to take a 2-0 lead in the Western Conference semifinal on Thursday, May 7. The defending champions Thunder, who improved to a 6-0 in the postseason with another stellar display of all-round basketball, have never lost a playoff series after being 2-0 up. LeBron James and the Lakers were swept by Oklahoma City 4-0 during the regular season. Game 3 is on Saturday in Los Angeles. And also, by way of updates, the finals for the Europa League is set after Aston Villa beat Nottingham Forest by 4-0 in the second leg to win 4-1 on aggregate. And then Freiburg also came from behind to beat Braga by 3-1. And so, remember, they lost the first leg by 2-1. And so Freiburg reached the final 4-3 on aggregate. And then in the Conference League, it will be Crystal Palace versus Rayo Vallecano. That's all that we'll be doing here on the sports segment on Sunrise. My name is Ori Kwampofo, and Sunrise continues right after this break.